VAR Commissioner, ito pong scheme no, that Senator Tulfen ay enumerated. No, yung pong, halimbawa po sa 1 milyon na assessment, 200,000 lang po yung nagiging resibo. Minsan 300,000, minsan 200,000. So talagang 70% yung nadadakma, 30% lang mapasok. So how can the bureau
Senator
now?
JB, anong area yan? Para tanungin natin yung RDO na nandito, kung sakop niya yung area. Yung particular case na binanggit mo kanina.
Sandali po man- sa Bulacan po ata, Mr. Chair. Probably can
Andito ba
ask
yung Bulacan?
Abo.
Regional Director or RDO? Anong part ng Bulacan yan? Meron bang Bulacan dito? Wala. Anyway, sige. Please continue, Senator JB.
Ayun lang po.
May Bulacan ba rito? Bulacan na naman.
With regard to
Sa
the
ID, Kamanaba and Bulacan eh. Oh.
magandang hapon po, sir. Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat po. Actually ho, with regard to RR5, it composed of Caloocan, Malabon, Nabotas, and Bulacan area po. With regard po to sa amin, ang covered lang po namin, sir, is the value-added tax po. Opo. Opo. So with regard to Bulacan area is I think 25B po or 25B, which is covered by different RDOs po.
Senator JB, mostly NCR pala itong nandito. Kasi I believe there are 6 regional directors sa NCR, hindi ba? So, if you may direct your question, kung meron kang case dyan na NCR, ang area.
Meron po dito, Mr. Chair, yung tungkol sa Manila. Assessment po sa 13 million, pero yung gross sales niya po 12 million lang. So, parang mas malaki pa yung assessment doon po sa gross sales ng negosyo. Paano po nangyari yun? Sa Manila po, Mr. Chair.
Kindly identify yourself muna.
I am RDO Trinidad Villamil. I am from Revenue District number 33, Intramuros. Sir, Manila region has 5 other districts. So I am speaking in behalf of my district, but in our district, it's always been my directive to my revenuers, to the examiners, that they have to conduct their audit fairly and accurately, because as our top management have said a while ago, the letter of authority is giving us the right to investigate, to verify whether our taxpayers are paying the correct taxes or they have paid the right amount of taxes. So with regards to that scheme, I do not tolerate, or I deny that, but that is subject to verification, sir. But definitely we do not. It is against our policy, and I always tell my people they have to conduct their audit fairly. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Attorney Kim. Senator JB, may mag-interject lang si Attorney
Okay,
Kim.
go ahead po. Go ahead.
Yeah, it can be because of the surcharge and interest. That's why it became so big. No? Depende kung may fraud, saka kung gaano katagal na yung assessment na yan, no, na hindi binabayaran. Pero going to the point of how to check whether may kalokohan nangyayari, siguro pwede nyo i-monitor ano ba yung PAN na amount. Kung yan, 10 million yung PAN, yung preliminary assessment. Tapos 5 million, tapos sa final assessment, 10 million ulit. Tapos pumunta kayo sa 0605, ang binayaran, 10,000. that's already a red flag. May nangyayari dito. Kasi 10 million, 10 million, tapos naging 10,000, 100,000. Bakit ganon? So, yun ho yun maaring, yan yung kaso na may nangyari. No? So, kaya importante ho yung pag-monitor. Ano ba yung in-assess mo sa preliminary assessment notice? Ano in-assess mo sa final assessment notice? Magkano ba yung binayaran? Kasi pag dramatically different, then there must be something going on. And then the other point, sir, that's precisely my point when I issued the audit program, that you cannot audit a taxpayer 3 consecutive years. Because only, like Commissioner Lumagi said, only 0.2% of taxpayers are being audited. So why are you repeating and repeating and repeating the same? You should have gone to other taxpayers who have not been audited, since you have a big sample or big population where you can choose other, because you want to push compliance, so you're checking on them. The question there is, why are you always repeating the same taxpayer, especially if you keep on repeating and the amount you're collecting is not significant? So that also point to a fact na may nangyayari, no? So that's why the monitoring of the letter of authority and the results are important. And that's basically what I just wanted to point out. And I think not all recommendation of IMF should be accepted by the BIR, because we are in a different situation, no? Like the BATAG, I think we should not have put it up in the first place. What we should have reformed is do a non-contact audit and correct the Supreme Court decision to allow non-contact audit to taxpayer.
Yes, Senator JB.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, meron din po sa Mandaluyong, if ever nandyan po sana yung taga-RDO, meron kaming kopya rito ng exchange of messages between yung RD ng Mandaluyong tsaka yung taxpayer.
Andito ba yung RD na Mandaluyong?
Pwede mo palagay?
Lahat naman ang hinahanap natin, wala dito. Ito,
Yeah.
RDO 41, Mandaluyong. RDO 41. Ito specific, RDO 41, Mandaluyong. Lowa extortion. Asking for 1 million. Asking was 1 million pesos.
Para hindi na daw umabot ng Court of Tax Appeal sa Mr. Chair. So parang yan yung nagtatawaran sila sa text message. Baka pwede rin
Maybe
mapaliwanag.
in the next hearing, we'll invite
Sige po.
RDO 41, Mandaluyong. Secretariat, kindly take note. Yes, Attorney Kim.
Is it the RDO or the examiner? So you
RDO
have-
nakalagay. RDO 41, Mandaluyong.
No, because it's called the Revenue District Office 41.
Yeah, but we have to identify that
Who
that guy.
is the one who's asking for the 1 million, because
Yeah.
Sabi
it's not the RD, it might not be the RDO,
But
it
we
might
might be
the
able to identify
right.
that examiner through the
Yes.
RDO.
Yeah.
That's why we need to invite.
Group supervisor nilang mga examiner.
I think examiner po ito, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, I know, but under RDO 41, di ba?
RDO. Apo, tama.
Yeah. Kasi hindi natin din alam kung sino examiner unless identified natin yung examiner, then probably. Yeah. Is there any more, Senator Jerry?
Mr. Chairman, Katik,
Ah.
di alam kung sino.
And ayaw-
We will submit to the committee, Mr. Chair. Dito po, identified po actually.
Go ahead, Senator JB. Please proceed. Please continue.
Yun na po, Mr. Chair. I will just listen to the other, as we go along, I'll ask questions later.
Yeah. Senator JB, Senator Bam Aquino is recognized. Interject ka muna.
RDO 44, Taguig. Are you here?
Yes, sir. Good morning
All
po.
right. May we know the status of the case filed against your employees recently arrested for asking 600,000 in exchange for a lower tax assessment? Ito po ba ay isolated o ito po ang kalakaran natin? Ano po
First-
nangyari sa kanila? Na-entrap
first
po
of-
ito ng NBI. Naglakas loob po yung kumpanya na magsumbong.
First of all, good morning po, Mr. Chair, and thank you for inviting me and to the honorable members of the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee. In September po, I was still assigned in Malabon. I only reported for duty yesterday in Taguig, so I really do not have any personal knowledge of what happened. I only heard about it in the news.
Who was the RDO back then?
Si Attorney Deo Villar po,
Nasaan po si Attorney Villar?
na nalipat po siya sa Pampanga.
Nasa Pampanga na ngayon.
Opo.
Alright. Kasi ang problema ho natin dito, yung inyong RDO District Office, inassess nitong dalawang kulukoy na ito, yung kumpanya ng 36 million. Nagkaroon ng tawaran na reduce sa 6 million. And finally, 800,000. Tapos, ang bibigyan lang ng official receipt ay 200,000 lang. Paano po ito nangyari? Kaya nga po ito yung sinasabi na useless itong LOA. Kasi pwede palang tawaran, di po ba? From 6 million, 36, bumaba ng 6. Doon pala kagad, lugi na ang gobyerno. Tapos 800,000 na lang. 200,000 lang ay i-resibo, sa kanya na yung 600,000. Talo yung gobyerno ho rito eh. Kaya nga, Mr. Commissioner, we really have to study this, sir. Itong LOA na ito, itong mga mission order, kasi hindi po nagagawa ang trabaho nito. Ginagawa lang po itong gatasan ng mga empleyado. Let's move on. Quezon City, are you here?
Ano, related lang, follow-up lang. Saang level ng authority yung may discretion to resolve kung ano yung pag-uusapan? Sino finally magre-resolve? Alam mo, may LOA. Nasa RDO, pwede na siyang in his own discretion. Sabihin niya, hindi, okay na yan. Commissioner?
Yeah, actually the letter of authority is issued by the regional director in the regions, but it is implemented by the revenue district offices.
Yes, but
Meron
sino
ng
yung
examiner
finally
na
na magsasabing pwede yung sinesettle na yan? Sino magre-resolve?
The RDO.
Examiner?
The revenue district officer, Mr. Chair.
Revenue District Officer. So yung examiner, wala sa authority niya yung siya mag-decide na pwede na yan.
The approval is with the revenue.
Approval niya. RDO. Thank you, Senator Eric.
Yeah. Mr. Chair, regarding, babalikan ko lang po, it was asked a while ago, yung status po ng case noong
Opo,
empleyado na
yes.
na-interrupt sa Taguig. He is undergoing, an administrative case was filed against them. So it is undergoing investigation and they were preventively suspended for 90 days. Ongoing po ang formal investigation and hearing sa kaso nila. And malapit na pong mag-render ng decision on that case.
Sino
That is
pong
the admin case
magde-decide? Ang office po ninyo para kung sila ay tanggalin?
po. Yes po. Opo. Internal po ito sa Bureau of Internal Revenue. Yung admin case po. Although I understand there's also a pending criminal case with the Department of Justice.
Opo. All right, and then I just want to remind po si RDO natin. Kayo ho yun, Taguig, hindi po ba?
Opo, opo.
You know, sir, transfer reshuffling of personnel, dapat hindi po ito excuse na hindi po ninyo alam. Dahil tao nyo na po ito nangyari po sa inyo. You should know what's happening sa inyo pong district office. Ano po?
Opo.
Hindi po yung sabihin, hindi ko po panahon ho yan.
Hindi po. Kasi
Panahon po naman ba? Yeah, I
Opo.
know. Pero dapat po alam ho ninyo when you take over, ano ho ba problema dito sa district office na ito? Nakakamit pa tayo ng target? Marami ba magnanakaw dito? Marami ba mga manluloko ng negosyante? Moving on. RDO 40 ng Cubao, are you here?
Yes, sir. Good
Kayo po,
morning.
Miss Yolanda Zafra.
Good morning
Okay.
po.
Are you familiar? O nasa posisyon pa ba ito si Crisanto Olazo? Group supervisor po siya. Nandito po ba sa inyo ito?
Your Honor, hindi po siya naka-assign sa RDO 40 Cubao.
Nasaan po siya kaya?
Answer, sir. Nag-retire na po siya. Last assignment niya po is sa VAT audit section.
Sa VAT audit section. Kailan po siya
Yes, sir.
nag-retire?
October
Nitong October
October.
lang.
2025, sir.
Kaya ako natanong, kaya ako natanong, Mr. Chair, may kaso po ito na charge po ito ng 2016 with grave misconduct over allegations of corruption. Ayun po, na-transfer ito from Negros na lumipat po dito sa Metro Manila. So, ang tanong po natin dyan, dito po sa BIR, former Commissioner Lumagi, anong actions po ninyo pag yung mga tao ninyo, namomonitor ba ninyo yung mga ganito, may mga kaso? Karamihan ng empleyado ng BIR, corruption po ang kaso. Buti sana kung murder, rape, kung ano pa dyan. Kaso mo, ang kaso po lagi, corruption. Ano nangyayari? Or, let me ask this question. Let me rephrase this, Commissioner Lumagi. How many employees were charged or were dismissed during your watch sa BIR?
Ano rin po, no, total ng mga na formal charge and including yung mga decisions na execute po, total po niya nasa mga 132. And also, yung pagka po kasi merong mga complaints, we definitely act on it. Ang problema po kasi minsan yung mga ibang nagsusumbong po sa atin ay hindi willing magbigay ng ebidensya at mag-execute ng affidavit, kaya hindi po nauuwi sa formal na cases. Kaya wala rin po kaming magawa dahil ayaw talaga. So for all those na merong dokumento katulad po nung na-entrap po doon sa Taguig ay immediately po naggawa po tayo ng investigation doon, and I immediately issued a preventive suspension order and nag-file po agad tayo ng formal charge a few days after. So ganyan po natin na siniseryoso lahat ng mga complaints, but meron pa rin po tayo yung isang nagsumbong sa bandang Caloocan po na may extortion at willing din magpakita, kaya naman po sinamahan natin siya. Ako mismo nandun at pinakulong po natin yung taong nangingikil. Tapos marami pa po yung ibang empleyado po na namimeke rin ng mga kasabwat ng taxpayer sa Pandaraya. Pinahuli rin po natin yon at kinasuhan rin po natin ng kasong kriminal and also administrative cases. So as long as everything is properly documented and willing talaga magsampa ng complaint, ay ina-actionan po natin yan. Kasi nga po, I recognize the problem, itong sinasabi niyo po, tama naman po yan. Kaya nga, isa yan sa naging focus or attention area nung panahon ko po na sisiryosohin po natin yan at alam po nila, sinasabi ko po yan na kapag kami ginawang kalokohan ay talagang hindi po natin palulusutin.
Ang tanong po natin, itong si Olazo, kare-retire lang ng October, so tatanggap pa po ito ng mga benepisyo? I mean, may kaso po ito noong 2016 ng misconduct over allegations of corruption. So may matatanggap po siya na pensyon?
Kapag ka po, depende po sa maging resulta kasi po, didesisyonan pa rin naman po yan. Kapag ka napatunayan po na may liability po siya, I think isa po sa mga consequences nun ay yung forfeiture ng kanilang mga benefits.
My last question now is, before I give it to Senator Bam. Attorney Lumagi, is Mrs. Lumagi an employee of the BIR? Attorney Lumagi?
Hindi po, Mr. Chair.
Hindi siya. I'll reserve my next question.
Thank you,
Mr. Chair.
Senator Erwin. Senator Bam,